AntharioN, or AntharioN, is a grid-based tactical RPG with a pixelated art style and a completely brainless way of going about things. Strap in, boys and girls, because this game should be in textbooks as an example of how to do absolutely, positively everything wrong with a game. I'll explain. You begin in the magical world of AntharioN, where, after 1,000 years of civil war that apparently covered the entire planet, entered an era of peace and prosperity. That is, until the town of Shadowbrook was suddenly destroyed by unknown forces and sent shivers of uncertainty across the land. You and your party begin in the town dungeon, which happens to be down a dry well. Just think about how much sense that makes. And by the time you emerge, you've gotten some basic gear that will start you on your journey. I can feel this game trying to be Oblivion just from that. But character creation is satisfying, complex, and covers a lot of fantastical races. Make sure you're smart about your choices though, because this game's difficulty curve will crush you if you don't min-max as best you can. Once you emerge from the well dungeon, though, all the problems just start right up. I'll be honest when I say I just couldn't get very far in this game, but hear me out as I list all the really bizarre reasons why. I have never seen such a gaming travesty. And don't get me wrong, I love grid-based strategy RPGs. They're one of my favorite genres. I was set to love this game to pieces because of its colorful pixel art style, silly animation, and well thought out lore. But no, its shit list is just too long. Enemies do not respawn, so food, money, and loot all become instantly finite resources. With no money, you can't buy the gear at the shops, which you can't use because you're not high enough level or because you lack the proper skill points. The accuracy skill is completely broken, and I found myself missing enemies more often than I actually hit them. Heck, being closer to someone makes a bow and arrow miss more often. That's not how it works. But even dumping all your skill points into accuracy does you little good. You still miss 2 out of every 3 attacks, even when the game gives you good chances to hit. Spells can fizzle out for no reason and just not work. You want to limit my spellcasting? Got a mana bar, thanks. It doesn't need to be limited even more by bullshit skill checks. Healing spells can miss, which blows my goddamn mind. I have never, in 20 years of gaming, seen an RPG where healing spells can miss without some other factor in play like a debuff. The sprites have no backs to them, so facing is not a factor in this 3D grid-based game, and the first sets of enemies include rats, blind rats, crabs, and seagulls, truly worthy of a hero's steel, all of which have more health and attack power than you do, making them perfectly legitimate foes to beat your ass. I refuse to bow before a wave of ROUSs. I'm really not sure what to make of AntharioN. Were all these factors supposed to make it more difficult? I like the way the game looks. The skill system is similar to an Elder Scrolls game, and clearly a lot of work was put into this. But it all turns to trash because of everything I just mentioned. It's an insult to the gaming genre it's representing, and it's virtually unplayable. And whoever made it must have had serious balls asking for $20 for this mess. I don't want you to avoid this game. I don't. I want you to engrave it in your memory. It's got all the bits and parts to make something amazing, but it's just unplayable. Put it on a pedestal next to Big Rigs and Superman 64. Oh yeah, I just went there.